All right, what is up, traders? This is Trade Talk, and my name is Heath. What is up, everybody that is here? John, Kim, James, Joel, G, Tom, Mario Romano, Saul Glazer, Lemmy Koopa, everybody. So glad you guys could make it. Kenneth Moon. We are going to get this show on the road. I don't know if you've seen this article that I posted this morning on Twitter and also in the chat room about Michael Saylor buying all that Bitcoin up. Could be a pretty good reason as to why the price is skyrocketing right now. So we're going to keep a tight eye on this thing, man. It's going up to the moon. It looks like there's no end in sight for this thing. Now, this is a weekly chart, and I brought it up this morning that, as you can see, the volume bars are going down. Now, this is volume by time. It isn't volume profile. Volume profile, it measures how much volume at a specific price point, usually on the right or the left-hand side of the chart. I do look at that. However, I just want to show you, if I go back over here to the old all-time high, you can see that as we were approaching that all-time high, volume was ramping up. That's generally because you have FOMO buying going on, as well as tons and tons of selling going on. What's up, Lou? Thanks for being here, Tom. Let me fix the screen. Apologies. There, that's much better. All right, thanks for having patience. But anyways, as you can see, like I was saying, the volume likes to ramp up before you have like your parabolic blow off top or whatever. And that's kind of what I'm going to be looking for in Bitcoin as the price keeps surging. I'm going to be looking for a red candle that simply likes to smoke like at least 2 weeks of bullish candles. That way, when price makes another run up, that right there would be the area where I would exit the trade. All right, now this is standard. And the reason I have it on standard, logarithmic, I don't know if you're familiar with logarithmic, but basically what this does is it shows you the candle size by the percentage of the move. And then when log is off, it's actually just the price. All right. So if I come over here to the last 2 weeks of the last bullish Bitcoin cycle we had before the blow off top, you can see that if I go up to the all-time high, you have about 1,220,000 pips. Okay, 1,220,000 pips. To put that into perspective for you guys that are wanting to buy up here, right now we're sitting on 1 million. Well, let's go to the high, 1,961,000 pips. So where these two last weekly candles are a lot bigger than these two last weekly candles. Now, with Michael Saylor buying up all the Bitcoin, with Tesla coming in buying up all the Bitcoin, you have other firms that haven't said anything about buying Bitcoin yet. But I mean, PayPal, all these things are making it to where you can buy Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. We have no clue. But what we can do is we can throw on, where's it at here? Did it take off? It sure did. It is gone. All right, so let me just go over here and put a new one on it. All right, so basically, no, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, so this is the all-time high. I'm going to go back over to a daily chart real quick. So you can see that once we approached the daily high, before we broke out with this leg up, this was the old all-time high. Let me stretch the chart out a little bit. But I can't stretch it out too big because obviously I have to put this thing on. But you can see we posted right up underneath that all-time high. Let me get it back over on that. We posted right up underneath that all-time high for several days before we blasted out through it. So, excuse me, I'm going to use this wick low right here. All right, and this is the fib, not the fib retracement, but the fib extension tool. All right, the fib extension tool. Basically, I'm just going to peg it off of that bottom wick right there. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to peg it off of that swing high wick. And then I'm going to use this wick low. This wick low. The reason I'm using this wick low because it was the last attempt for price to push lower before the second wave up. All right, not the wave. When I say the wave, or I'm not talking about Elliott wave your money goodbye. I do not use that strategy. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but I don't use it. So we're going to tack it right there to that low. All right, so these are your first initial fib points, and anything with a 1 or a 2 or 3, essentially what that means is that's kind of sort of like one standard deviation move away from where we have pinned that target. So you can do this to your chart if you wish, or you can watch this video and pause it and get the exact lines, but that's where potential targets are going to be. Now you can see that we are better than halfway up to this other area right here, and there is a lot of action going on. But to be honest with you, I'm going to get rid of this tool now. To be honest with you, I follow price, current price. So I'm looking for a pullback, and I'm looking for a pullback to 52170. This is going to be the first area that I will look to see if Bitcoin can hold support. That doesn't mean it will hold support there, and I'm not just going to willingly buy that. All right, and I want you guys to be understand what I'm trying to say. That doesn't mean you just buy when price pushes down into that line. You wait, you be patient and see if that line is going to offer up some kind of support, because support is what we need to happen. And basically you want to see wicks through the level but closes above it. So if price comes down here, wicks lower and closes above on a daily time frame, and then the next day same thing, wick down and close above, might be a pretty good opportunity to look to maybe enter that somewhere, looking for another push higher. Because if you come down to all these areas, we'll use this daily candle, for instance, just to prove what I'm trying to tell you, and basically trying to teach you guys how to trade, swing trade or scalp. This strategy works for both. If you notice, when I take my trades, like I'm still long pound yen, all right, from 2 weeks ago, because there really wasn't nothing else for me to do, just ride that thing out. So you can see basically price pushed down into this level right here. Yeah, it went lower. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is where is this candle closing when it reacts to that level. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 days. All right, almost a whole week. Bitcoin played with this level. And then this next daily candle opened up, took out all the highs and closed above this market structure swing high right here. That is a bullish signal. That is telling you right there, because we even closed higher than the wick of this bearish candle. All right. Apologies for getting emotional, but it's important that you guys understand what I'm telling you. Like literally people pay thousands of dollars to get this information that I'm sharing freely. You close the candle above that. You close the price above that wick high on this bearish candle. Now, this bearish candle will be an area to watch for a support test. Now, you didn't get a support test on this daily candle right here, right? You just kept moving higher, all right? If price wants to retrace, these two areas are going to be phenomenal areas to look for support holds. And I'm meaning closures on a daily basis. Price is getting extremely extended. All right, let's go back to the weekly time frame so you can see. Basically, these last 2 weeks have dwarfed in size in comparison to pips movement up than these 2 weekly candles that we had before the last blow off top. So will Bitcoin continue to go higher? It's starting to get parabolic. When it's starting to get parabolic like this, I'm absolutely looking for something to happen. But as long as the volume candle, as long as the volume looks like this, I would expect this daily close, and it's going to be, this is the start of a new daily candle. So this isn't going to, I'm sorry, this is a weekly chart. We have 1 day and 3 hours left on this. So this volume can absolutely, whenever this candle closes, this volume bar will close, and it can absolutely push up through that down descending trend line. If you get that on tomorrow's weekly close, then it's time to start, you know what I'm saying, hold back. Because if you get another higher print on the next weekly close, there's a pretty good chance that sellers are ramping up. People are taking profits, which causes a lot of selling pressure. And on top of that, you have short sellers that are coming into the market which also causes an extended, a lot more selling than buying. Simply put, we know from this article right here, I'm sorry, that's the wrong thing. This article right here, that he is going to be buying. If you read this article, it says that he's buying $2,000 worth of Bitcoin every second. Now, he's probably not telling his entire secret to his bot and how it works, but essentially that's the amount of time frame that the amount of time that's going to take to buy up that much Bitcoin is going to be around 10 days, according to the article. So he's not looking for this to be a blow off top. If he's a smarter guy than I am, he runs a $1 billion company. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got over $1 billion in Bitcoin, over $1 billion in Bitcoin. So, and he's buying it up here, according to that article. That article came out today. All right. So, but I don't trust news. I trust price. Price is king. Where I live, how I live, what I look at is price. I watch price. All right. So basically, I wouldn't buy it up here. If you're looking to buy Bitcoin, I mean, there's no chance. There's nothing that says that it has to come back down here, guys. Yeah, this thing could print another 7 or 8 daily candles and end up being at $72,000 or $100,000 in the next week. Nobody can predict what price is going to do. So essentially what I would want to see before I would enter any more position into it is a small pullback, at least the midpoint of this bullish candle here. If we get a test down to there and a failure to move lower, yeah, it's probably going higher. I mean, there's nothing that says this is bearish. There's nothing that says it. It was printing bearish divergence on a daily. I mean, it still is if you look from all the way over here. But I mean, yeah, I'm not really giving too much worries about any bearish divergence. That's from all the way over here at this high. So this would be the area of price that I would be more concerned about if this area was printing bearish divergence, as price just broke out. This is the breakout price. This is the breakout candle on the daily time frame. You took out the last all-time high and you closed super strong. So that's the point of the RSI, which is this area right here that I would be watching. All right, if I was concerned. I'm not concerned about this over here. That is nothing. Yes, technically it is bearish divergence, but who gives two snots about that? Current price is moving up and the momentum oscillator is moving up with current price, meaning that's not bearish divergence. If this was bearish divergence, this would be going down and making lower highs like that, but it's not. It's making higher highs and higher lows. So there is no bearish divergence to be had on this. And anything less than a daily, like a 4-hour bearish divergence or a 1-hour bearish, you can scrap all that. But right here's a good spot to look. 52,170, spot 01. That's the first area. The second area is going to be 48,667. All right. What's up, Jack? It's going up. Yes, sir. It's going up, my man. It is going up. There is no signs of slowing down. I'm just going to read a few comments before I run on into the rest of the thing. You are welcome, Tom. Thank you for being here, my man. You are the man. Thanks for being here. Thank you to everybody that is here. All right, so moving on. Ethereum. So Ethereum is bullish. Ethereum isn't as bullish as Bitcoin is, but it's bullish, man. I mean, all right, let me show you what I'm talking about when I say it's bullish. All right, so let's get rid of all the old drawings and start anew. This is the last market structure swing low that we made. This is a daily time frame before all of this right here. All right, because this was your last swing high. So your last bearish daily candle closed above that swing high. And if you look at the rest of the candles, you did not get a daily close, not even anywhere relevant to the price point of 1742.93. That is bullish breakout. So yeah, moving forward, going to be waiting on this to pull back. We're already long on this thing and Bitcoin. So, I mean, really and truly, the only thing I would be doing at this point is adding to the position that is now extremely a lot bigger than it used to be. So this is going to be the first area, 1803 spot 25, that I'm looking for a test on a daily time frame with Ethereum. The reason I'm not going into 8-hour time frames, we can, but the reason I'm not really doing that is because you're getting so long in the tooth on this bullish move. There's a good chance that price bar or candles are going to get a lot bigger in range. So it's going to be a little bit harder to gauge what's going on the smaller time frames. But you can see right here on this current 8 hour, you have this bearish candle right here, and you can see an absolute flawless test of that area already. All right, and that area is 1939.64. If you want to throw that on your chart, you can. You've already touched it and you have already started to pull back. If you go into a 4 hour chart, you can see, yeah, that was a beautiful flawless test of this swing high. Boom, and you're now moving higher. This is starting to shape out to be similar to what people call a bull flag or a bull pennant, whatever. Drop that like. Thank you, Louie. Yeah, if you guys want to hit that like, that would be awesome. I'd appreciate that. Jay Bradley, everybody smash the like button. Thank you, Jay Bradley. Hello, Mara65. How are you? Thank you for being here. Everybody, thank you so much. All right, so moving forward on Ethereum, it's absolutely bullish. I mean, there's really nothing to do. Look for that area first, and that other daily level is a long ways away from current price. So I guess you could go find another one in between those two levels if you must. This one looks good, and it's an untested level right there. Boom, 1855.36. So if the bears do get control, meaning people start taking profits up here, then I would look for support at one of these three areas. All right. And that's moving forward on into the week, guys. This is the crypto weekly outlook. I did not put it on the thumbnail, but everybody that is familiar with my channel knows that this is what is happening right now. So these are the levels that we will be focusing on for this coming week. All right. So let me get out of this thing here and go to the purple list. So the next is going to be Stellar. I don't know why it's next, but we're going to look at it next. Let's get on the daily so we can see what's going on here. So we had a nice push on Stellar finally after it broke out of that range, had a nice big push up, and we have since made a swing low at a higher price point, which is absolutely phenomenal. So you're making higher highs and higher lows. That is absolutely bullish. Excuse me. So as you can see on the daily time frame, you got all the way down here to find your next bearish daily candle. So that's a bit extended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bullish candles in a row. And now you started to find some bearish candles. However, those bearish candles are starting to look like they are catching support. So any test back into spot 0.48504 is going to be looked at as a buying opportunity. When is it no longer going to be looked at as a buying opportunity? Well, when you close a daily below that level. All right, you get a daily closure below that level. You can look for lower prices. This wick is probably going to indicate a pretty good area to look. I don't see anything on the 8 hour. There's one on the 4 hour right there. So there is your first level. It was already tested by this push down. All right, but that level is 0.432186. You can see how price reacts if it comes back down into that area. As of right now, on the intraday time frame, it is currently fighting with this bearish candle here. Now, it is starting to push lower, so you can test this candle here even. All right, I'm not going to put all those lines on the chart because it just becomes sloppy and dirty and hard to read. But you know what I'm looking for, and you yourself can look for this as well. If you stop at the opening price of this bearish candle, you can look to see if that area holds on a 4 hour time frame. Might be a quick scalp to the upside targeting these wick highs. That would offer up a pretty decent risk reward if you got your stop up underneath that low of that bearish candle. That would be at least a 2-to-1 risk to reward on the trade. All right, moving on. .USD. This thing is absolutely mooning right now. Absolutely just destroying shorts left and right. If you're trying to short this thing and you keep getting wrecked, that is the very definition of insanity, my friend. And you should probably get a shrink because this thing is destroying shorts every single time they think they are winning. I'm not going to look at that level. I don't even know why I put that level on there. Let's go look at a daily. All right, so the very first daily level is going to be 31.976. 31.976, just that bearish candle right there. Next one's going to be this bearish candle right here, and that would be a nice weekly range. So for the intra-weekly move for the week incoming, I'm going to be looking for support test at one of these two areas. My computer's starting to get a little glitchy, or my internet. So if I just suddenly drop off, apologies in advance. Algo USD has made a swing high up here, which is the reason that line is up there. I don't remember exactly what this is, but now that I got cracking, I am trading these things to the downside and to the upside, not the dollar pairings, excuse me. I'm trading the BTC pairings for move, just looking for intraday scalps, trying to stack some Satoshis and get that ultimate Bitcoin position bigger. So as of right now, you have a support zone right here. All right. This is the area that I believe price is adhering to right now. However, that is also your swing low that you need a daily closure below to basically say, yeah, this is not the area where price is looking to find support. You get a daily closure below 1.3141. You can go into a smaller time frame and look for another level. All right, find something around these wicks or right below them. You might find something in this candle, I don't know. But right down here is going to be an area where you absolutely will find some bearish candles. So that would be a good area because you would smoke the liquidity residing beneath these three lows and maybe find support there. So we'll throw it on the chart. All right, that level is going to be 1.0326. So that's only if you get a daily closure below 1.3141. As long as you're maintaining daily closures above that level and or this level at 1.3565, look for this thing to head higher. Comp USD, Compound had a nice move a couple of weeks ago, and we have been consolidating up on highs. Now you can see this was the market structure swing low. If I bring this line over here, all right, I say was simply because you got a daily closure below. Now that appears to be a bear trap because the very next daily candle has already turned this into an outside candle. Now it's not a complete outside day or, you know what I'm saying, an outside range candle because you did not take out that low, but you took out the high very far. So you can pretty much consider that an outside day, which are usually looked at depending on where they close as reversal candles. All right. Your first area that's going to be fighting resistance is going to be this opening price of this bullish candle at 502.24. You can see that you have already wicked into it 3 times. That is the level that is holding as resistance. So a daily closure above that, heading higher on Compound USD. This right here would be a great area to look if you get that closure and you keep moving lower. I do believe support will come in at 361.81, and that would be the very lowest level. Because usually when these things do, if they have a blow off top, you're going to get a nasty bearish candle that's just going to slice through all your levels. It doesn't matter where you got it from. All right, let me take a sip. So just keep that in mind. Now, I'm not calling a top, guys. I'm not calling a top. What I'm saying is if you get something like that. So as long as price action is this is consolidating up on highs, man. Consolidation up on highs usually means accumulation, not distribution. So if it was distribution, you'd be making higher or lower highs and lower lows, but you're not. You are essentially just basically stuck at 455.2. All right, this level here. So that looks like a good area to hold as support moving forward. Uni had a phenomenal day today. Just damn it. Poof. So this was your level right here, 19.283. All right, this was it. Once you traded up out of it, you tested it, held, see ya. Yeah, 4 holds on a daily time frame with the price moving away from the level is indicative of bullish pressure. All right, simply because if it was bearish, the candles will be closing closely to the line. When they're closing far away from the area like that, and that's your last swing low, right there. So let me push this back up here, or put this over here so I can explain to you what I'm referring to. So you made a new swing low up here with this closure. You tested that area and then you closed way up here. That was your new swing low. And as you can see ya. All you need to be successful in this game is candlesticks. Balancer did the same thing. Nice big move. Had a big, nice, strong move today. You have taken out the highs of this market structure swing high right here. You did find support right there. All right. And then you have since left. There's really no point of going into a smaller area because I've been watching this thing and it's just been consolidating sideways. Now, the closure on this is going to be very important. Let me get rid of these old lines and put a new one up here. Basically, this is just a swing high. All right. So this 8-hour candle needs to close above that level at 47.129. 47.129. We're going to see if this holds above. If we get that 8-hour closure above in the next 2 hours, then any bearish push into that area and a failure would be a nice opportunity to possibly get long, targeting that wick high right there. All right. That would be better than a 2-to-1 trade if you can somehow get a stop up underneath this white line, meaning a candle has to push below it. And you can use that wick. We'll go ahead and take a look at Doge. In my humble opinion, please do not hate me, dislike my videos, and unsubscribe. But I think this thing is done. It may not be, but I believe it is. I mean, you've attempted to get back above this level up here with failure, and you have since traded lower. With this candle right here, you pushed up in that level and you closed lower. So this right here is possibly a selling opportunity to target that low right there at 0.04798. All right, but I would like to see a higher test. I can go in here and get a smaller. I can't short this with Kraken. All right, so if you're on something that you can, well, I don't see any level there. I don't see anything here because it's so splitchy and glotchy to actually short against. Let's go look into the crackhead timeframes. Yeah, this is your last bullish candle and you close strongly above that. Anything lower than 15 minutes is just going to be terribly insane. So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't believe it's going higher. It is a joke. It was founded upon a joke. Everybody knows it's a joke. Essentially, this was just a FOMO short squeeze that is probably ran out of juice. Now, this thing can be all the way up here tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not forecasting this to be the end. I'm just saying, in my opinion, the way price is behaving, it looks like it has finished its bull run. So if it has finished its bull run, you're going possibly all the way back down to there. So the risk to reward on this thing is obviously to the downside. Now, if it had any sort of fundamentals, any kind, like, well, they changed this part of their code and now it's no longer a joke. Now it's an actual company and we've hired 500 people. That would be different, but I haven't heard anything on it other than Elon Musk and a few other famous people pumped it to the moon. So it's probably heading lower. And this goes the same with the BTC pairing. All right. Let me take a look at the comments real quick. Just bear with me. I have to find. All right, Louis. Dropped that like. Yep. Thank you, sir. T. Schultz, it's appreciated. Kimberly Wood. Thank you guys. For Love Club. We appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. I do it for you guys, man. I want to see you guys succeed. We see that in the C.T.M community. It's great. I know what it's like, man. I was there many, many years ago, and it sucks when you're trying to find something that can help you at least get somewhat of an edge in these markets. Well, these videos afford that without any sales pitches. All right. T. Schultz, share copy, people. Thank you. Can you analyze Uni for me? Yes, I can. I was just on it, but we can go deeper into it. I have to go back to the Shiznit coin area. Let me get my mouse over here real quick. All right. So Uni. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. It's the purple list. Right there. She is. Uni. Yeah, this thing is a beast. It's on beast mode. I mean, it was on beast mode when it broke up out of there. Absolutely phenomenal. I have no clue other than it's just pumping with Bitcoin like the rest of the alts, or if it's got some kind of valiant news. That isn't a phenomenal move. Those are 4-hour candles in comparison to the size of these candles. Look at these. Boo, 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 boo. Like, that's a nasty squeeze. That's a short squeeze, but obviously everybody hit the buy button at the same time at 20 spot 0943,000. We'll just call it 20 spot 094. Right there, people just bought that. Boom, and there it went. So there really isn't anything to do. Let's find, here we got some hourly bearish candles. Now, because this thing shot up so hard and went straight up so hard, like, this is going to be a swing high. So obviously that area is going to be the first area that comes into play. Will that area hold as resist or support? I don't know. That's 28 spot 638. The next level is going to be this candle here. All right. However, I would just put it down here on this one or put another one on it right there, even though it was tested. That gives you two areas close to near-term price that's higher than the midpoint of that daily candle. All right, so something that I like to do to use the fib retracement is find the midpoint. The way you do that, you just pin the top and the bottom, and I got my 0.5 level marked in yellow. All right, then you can simply come down here, get your little solid ray and get it as close as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, right like that. And then I go back up here and I delete the fibs because the fibs have done their job. And 26.26 is going to be the midpoint of this extremely large bullish candle. Did I do that right? It doesn't look right. Give me a second. Yeah, I did it right. It just doesn't look right. Looks like it should be lower just by the naked eye. So let's go back into an hourly. That's going to be right underneath this area right here, this market structure swing high and swing low before you trade it out of that area. These bearish candles, these are hourly candles. They're coming down nice and slowly and methodical, which is indicative of bullish pressure still. All right, so look for a test at one of these three areas. If price gets down there, it may not. This bearish candle's high could hold as support. You know what I'm saying? We don't know where support's going to be found. We have to let the candles show us where price is finding support. All right. That's going to be in play possibly for the next day or two. I could see this pulling back all the rest of today and into tomorrow and then finding some support. Just is probably going to determine, or what's going to determine what this thing does is the king of all assets, Bitcoin itself. As long as he's still pushing higher, I believe these alts are going to continue to push higher as well. All right. Marina Griffith, I got into SNX on the pullback. Thoughts? Love your analysis on everything. Thanks. Yeah, I'll go check it out for you. SNX. I'm going to assume you are talking about the cryptocurrency and not the stock SNX, because this is the Crypto Weekly Outlook. Yeah, this thing looks good. It looks extremely bullish. This is a daily chart. As you can see, you're pushing up, making higher highs, higher lows. That's absolutely bullish. All right, so it's in consolidation right now. It is consolidating to the downside. You can see today you had a nice big bullish pop in price, which is good. I would much rather it close above this level right here at 24.061. I would much rather it close above that level. All right, as long as it does not close below the opening price of this bearish candle at 23.189, it's still bullish. All right, if you close today's candle in the next 2 hours, if you close below that level, then price may be looking for a lower area to look for support. That lower area, in my opinion, would be 21.102. That's if you close below that area. As long as you close here or higher, it's extremely bullish because you're closing above this wick high. This is a daily chart. I put a lot of weight on daily candles, the closures of daily candles, a lot of weight. As long as you're closing above that high, you're still bullish, and you could go into a smaller time frame and look for an area to get long if you want to add more to the position. You did not tell me at which price point you got into the position, so I don't know if you're in the green or in the red. Okay, but that's what I would be watching if I'm currently in that position. I hope that helps, Marina. Thank you. Kenneth Moon, rock on Heath. Thank you, sir. Dave Bacon, you are on fire today. Thank you very much, my friend. Uni's on fire, the same as ADA. Yes, it is. Absolutely. You sound like Ray Liotta narrating Gangster Bull, which is cool. Well, hey, I appreciate that. I mean, I'm sure you meant it as a compliment. I know who Ray Liotta is. I'm a huge movie buff. I like him as an actor. Thank you very much. I'll take that as a compliment. LTC, Litecoin. Yeah, let's take a look. Do I have it on this? I do not. So let's go back into the Shiznit coins and find it. There it is. All right. Yeah, my internet's getting real glitchy, guys. I have terrible internet. I am currently working on it to get it better, as I have mentioned in the past. All right, so this was the level that I was watching for the near term on Litecoin once we made this bullish daily candle right here. All right, that level was 213.92. You can see we broke above that and we closed strongly above that. Litecoin's following Bitcoin, and it's not following it nearly as bullishly as Bitcoin. So Litecoin is the laggard. All right, it is lagging price. I'll pull it out to a weekly and show you what I mean. You can see that you still haven't taken out this market structure swing high on a weekly time frame. Bitcoin and Ethereum are both making all-time highs. Bitcoin is making all-time highs very far above its old all-time high. So Litecoin is lagging worse than my internet connection, and you can see that. All right, so if you're looking for bullish entries on Litecoin, let's go back down here. You want to see a test of this area if it gets down there, simply because you can't buy it up here. There's nothing for you to buy it against. Maybe that wick low. I mean, in a smaller time frame chart, like a 4-hour, like as long as you're not making a low past that wick low, you can possibly get long. But that's buying the highs. That's the very definition of buying the high. And if it rolls over, you, my friend, will have bought the top. All right. So wait for a pullback. Be patient. Patience is the key. Patience is the key. A little bit of self-control. If you can exercise a little bit of self-control and some patience, you're going to do a lot better at this trading game. So if you get down to 213.92, look for that area to hold a support first. All right. I don't exactly know why I have that line there. Let's go see. Oh, it's an old level. All right. And that level is still valid. You can see you closed right there on it. And then you pushed higher, came back down, tested it, and you have moved higher. So that level has been tested many, many times, but it is the last bearish candle below this line here that I took from the daily. So I would still use that as my other point lower at 199.57. If it gets back down there, there's a pretty good chance it's going lower. All right. All right. So let me see some more comments. You're one of the best teachers on YouTube. That is a very, very awesome compliment. The truth matters. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Heath, you are a star. Wow, you guys are awesome, man. You're making me blush. Do you want to enable Super Chat? I got a nice donation from Dr. Let me pull that up real quick, guys. Bear with me because I wanted to say thank you. I did tell him thank you. You know what? He knows. I told him thank you. I told him on the thing, but yeah, you guys don't have to donate. I mean, I'll set something up later on down the road. Not right now. Right now, it's just about getting you guys on the right side of these trades. So I really appreciate that. And to be honest, the channel isn't even able to be monetized yet. So if it's able to get monetized, maybe we'll look into it then, Roman. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I'd love to hear your chart analysis on XMR, BTC, or USD. Absolutely, I can do that for you, Elias. Or BTC, USD first. Monero. Go look at Finex. I can't believe I haven't looked at this thing. Are you serious? I have no lines on this chart. That means I have not looked at it. Or last time I did look at it, I deleted everything. Yeah, it's bullish. It's extremely bullish. This is a daily time frame. Now, something that I find interesting on Monero is, as you can see, this daily candle is doing exactly the opposite as most of these other alts, meaning it's a big bearish candle instead of a pretty decent sized bullish one, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually better for us because it gives us an opportunity to look for support at 228.380 right here. So if you get a push down into there, that'd be a phenomenal spot to look for a support test and a support hold. You get a couple daily or even one daily closure. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be watching this thing to you. If I get a daily closure above that level, a push down, daily closure above, I will be looking to enter that long. That, in my opinion, would be a good spot to look for, at least at the very least, a test back up to these highs. But that's if you can even get down there. All right. I don't necessarily condone buying it up here currently where it is, because this would have been your last area right there on a 4-hour time frame. You can see you are currently trying to close below it. Now, if this candle closes above in the next 2 hours, you might have a little scalp on your hands if you want to take it to the upside, targeting that high right there. But that all depends on how this candle closes and what the next candle does. All right. So if you get that closure below and also take out that swing low with a 4-hour closing basis, that is going to be the test area, possibly at 228.380. I like that area. All right. That's where I would be looking. So Southbrook Amato's in the house. What is up, guys? Selling into ADA ATH. What is ADA ATH? Selling into Cardano and ATH all-time high, possibly. Hope everyone is doing great. Oh, see, damn it. It did it to me again. I was just looking at the comments. Give me a second. Let me find my spot. All right, there we go. Reg the Veg, what's happening? Hodl gang. Hodl. Yes, sir. There's no other gang to be at this moment in time. Or the largest holder sells, someone spreads it out. Or the largest holder sells and someone spreads it out. That's possible. Spent all their profits on bacon treats. Nice. Wow, why he discussing lying for no reason? I'm not sure as to what you're talking about. Elon, whatever that is. Elon would pump. Elon, got you. All right, Big U on Uni today. Yep, Derek, we did already talk about it. I will look at it one more time. I kind of don't like doing this because the other people that have been sitting through it already seen it 2 times, I believe. But yeah, it's very bullish. I already have the lines up there. These are your areas that you're going to be looking for support, test, and hold. I'll go through them real quick. 28.638. Your next area is 27.018, and then finally 26.261. And this 26.261 is the exact midpoint of this bullish daily candle. So we want to see price push down into there and hold as support. Sorry I rushed through it, but you can just simply rewind it and check it out if you want when the video's over. And that was for Derek George. Thanks, brother, for taking the time to share with the community. It is absolutely my pleasure, Aldo. My pleasure. What is the dollar amount, Heath? I can't see the numbers on your chart. It's blurry. Yes, Kathy. If you tell me down in the chat what you're specifically asking for, I understand it's blurry. It's because my internet connection is absolutely phenomenally terrible. It's like worse than you can even imagine. And that is why it is blurry. And I am currently working on that. And I apologize. But if you put back down in the chat room what you want to see the number amount on which asset, I will absolutely give that to you. Kathy, if you knew the time frame, then just a matter of knowledge where to throw that horizontal ray. Yeah, Smile is right. It is right. If you're looking at a daily, we look for bearish candles. Same on 8 hour and 4 hour. The bearish candles are the areas. Did you look at Litecoin USD? LA Fitness? Yes, I did. It's lagging the other ones. You can just rewind it if you would like. It's very laggy. Very laggy. Bitcoin is extremely bullish. So is Ethereum, and Litecoin is just slowly moving up. Lemmy Koopa says Link is so disappointing. Did we look at Link? I don't believe we did. We did not. All right. Thank you, Lemmy Koopa. We will take a look at the Linkster. I don't know why you think it's very disappointing. It has made a new high today. This is the all-time high on Coinbase's data feed. So, yeah, it may not be making an astronomically daily move, and it is slightly looking a little bit weak, but it's bullish. You got a rounded bottom and a nice push higher. So anybody that got long down here around $32 is going to be looking to take profits up there. So there is going to be some selling pressure. So what I would like to see on this is a nice big healthy pullback down to at least 27.66. We can go into a smaller time frame and see if we can find one a little closer. Basically, you have this one right here, but that was already tested on multiple occasions right there at 30.712. All right, which is just that bearish candle there. Got multiple tests and you have traded out of that area. So watch this bearish candle here. All right, that's going to be your first area to watch. If you're watching near-term price, looking for a near-term pop in price, you would want to see price consolidate and at least keep closing 8-hour candles above 32.64. All right. I'm green. Thanks. All right. That's awesome. Appreciate that, Marina. Yeah, just keep hodling. Keep hodling. It's not looking like it's wanting to push super low. So, yeah, it's hit or miss on some of these alts. Kathy Badia, what's happening with CVC? It was up, but now dropping. Is it only consolidating? Let's go take a look at it. CVC. Now, I'm not sure what you want that on. It looks like it's only versus Tether on Binance. Let's go look at the Coinbase chart. This is Coinbase data feed. I have looked at this before a long time ago, all the way down there. Yeah, it was bullish. It still is bullish. I mean, this is your last bearish candle and you're currently trading above it. That's always bullish. When you're trading higher than your bearish counterpart candles, it's always bullish. It's bearish when you're making lower highs and lower lows. All right. So basically, if you take out this level at 0.448607, get a daily closure below that. Obviously, your next area is going to be watching this swing low made by these two candle bodies right here. That is your swing low market structure. That price point is 0.432691. All right, daily closure below that, you're heading lower. Now, the last daily bearish candle was all the way back here, February the 7th. So we will go into a smaller time frame and find a bearish candle within this price leg up. And that will be the first area to look for a support test. There's nothing on an 8-hour there. You go right there. Supply and demand traders call this rally-based rally. There's so many names for this stuff, guys, but you can simply just call it what I call it, price action. So your first level is going to be 0.378643. This 4-hour bearish close opening price, all right? You can see it was tested already, which is okay. So if you come back down there, as long as you're closing 4-hour candles above 0.378643, there is no reason to fret unless you bought it up here and you're in the red. In that case, I don't know if I would hold it all the way down to there. Just depends on the size of the position. Are you a long-term investor? All that stuff. I don't know your risk profile, but look for that area. If you close below that 44.8607 level, all right. If you close below that, I would look for that area to be the target. Hey, could you take a look at Reef? Thanks. Waka Chaka. Waka Chaka. I said it right today. Yeah, let me leave that up there because it absolutely helps me find the comments. Reef. I don't know the ticker. Oh, it is the ticker. Awesome. The US dollar calculated by TradingView. No. Let me find another one US dollar that is not calculated by a TradingView. Poloniex. Oh man, it looks like I'm gonna have to look at that one. And then let me look at the Bitcoin pairing first, and then we'll look at the dollar pairing. Yeah, of course, it's going to be going down with Bitcoin as being so bullish today. However, I do see a trend that you can mark with a trend line. You're probably closing below it. Can't use that one. That would definitely, let's go see. Yeah. All right. So you definitely close below it. So no trend line. You've already closed below it. Even if you do that, you close below it. So, all right. Trend line gone. Find the market structure, swing low. You are currently below it, but you are testing it. And as you can see, we were just below it. And then boop, the next tick, it pushed up. Now we're back below it. So it is currently testing that level at 65 Satoshis. All right. So this is your next area, as it is the lowest daily bearish candle. That's so close to price. That's at 60. So basically that level, and then this is going to be just the market structure swing low that you don't want to see a closure below if you're buying this versus the Bitcoin. As long as the Bitcoin is going up, then the Reef BTC pair, unless Reef gets a crap ton of strength, is probably going to head lower. So this is the only one we got, and it's calculated by TradingView. And anytime it says calculated by TradingView, there's a lot of wicks, and I do not know why. So this one does still have boom. This one is still trading above a trend line, which is bullish, and it is closed yesterday's candle above that market structure swing low. You're currently testing it now. So this is going to be pretty good area right here to see what happens. If you get that closure below, then you're possibly heading lower, and I would slap a line right there at 0.028 27786. We'll just call it 0.0282. All right, this level here, if price pushes down below that trend line, look for that area to hold a support. You get a daily closure below that trend line and that level, this may be the area to watch. All right, that's Mr. Reef. QVC, anything above on its track. Anything above 0.43558 is on track. Yes, smile. Absolutely. Fundamentals look great. Said Waka Chaka. All right, I'll take your word for it. I'm just going through the comments. Hey man, I got in a bit late onto your stream. Unfortunately, do you think BTC is going to pull back in the short term or flying up to 65, 75K? Bitcoin, man, yeah, it's extremely bullish. Why am I looking at that? Oh, no. Let's go here. We know it's there. Yeah, I mean, it's bullish. These are the levels that I'm looking for a support test, and that's if it even comes down there right now. The targets basically, I took a fib extension tool, not the fib retracement. You want the trend-based fib extension tool. And I took it from this low. This was the last low put in before the breakout above the old all-time high. Tacked it to that high and used this last bearish candle's low before you trade it away. And that'll give you some targets to look for. You're currently in the middle of the 153.406 and the 1.272 area, which just basically means you're trading higher than one standard deviation from this first leg up. Second leg, you are now trading higher than one deviation. So yeah, you could get some pullback action up here, or Bitcoin could just print 5 more big, huge bullish daily candles. There's no way to know. There is no way to know. But what I will tell you is, as long as you're closing daily candles above 52,170.01, you're doing good. There's no need to worry. That's going to be the very first area that gets tested on a daily time frame if you do get that pullback. You go into an 8-hour time frame, it is also it. Yeah, because you just made this basic little bull flag and rally-based rally, and you're trying to rally. So yeah, if you trade higher than that, then obviously this would be the first area that I would look for a support test. But since you're just barely trading higher than that, I would look for this area down here. And that's a daily market structure area. So I hold more weight on that. I'm good now, dude. Thanks. You keep killing it. Don't dare apologize. You are amazing. Thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Lemmy Koopa says he's greedy. I think there's a little bit of greedy in all of us, Lemmy. You ain't the only one, my man. You're not the only one. ADA and DOT. Absolutely. How could I forget those two? I actually think I did do... No, I keep missing out. I want to go to the purple. DOT is down there. ADA is right there. So I did not go over it. Wow. Yeah. This was the whole reason I was going over it. All right. So nice big bullish breakout today. Cardano is on fire. Now, this is versus the dollar. Brandon's been looking at this thing on against BTC months ago, and boom, big explosion in price. He likes the fundamentals on this. I like the price action on this. It's absolutely bullish. There's absolutely nothing to do. You cannot buy up here, all right, because you're buying the high. Can it keep going higher? Yes, but you want to have a structure level or an area to get wicks below but closures above. That way you have something to base a stop loss under. So that way, if you're wrong and you get stopped out, you just lose your risk percent, whatever your risk percent is. We don't ever suggest doing anything over 0.5 or 1 at the highest level if you are a beginner trader. So the first area to look for is 1.035,000, 1.035 right here. That's a 4-hour chart on Cardano. So if you pull back down in the area, that's an area that you're going to be looking for a support test and hold. If you do not get that, then I would look all the way down to 0.92762. Now that's not all the way down there because we were... That was a big breakout. That was a big breakout. All right, look at that daily candle, man. I think it's phenomenal. So since you have such a massive daily candle like that one and this one, you could throw that midpoint price on there if you wanted to. You don't have to, guys, because the midpoint price isn't something that's like set in stone. Oh, great. There we go. It doesn't have to work. I just keep my eye on where they are. All right. And that's going to be that daily midpoint price right there. And I would just throw a line like kind of away from it. So that way you know what the line is, or change the color to yellow, whatever floats your boat. So that's it right there at 1.047482. Look for that area to be tested and hold as support. Obviously, you can find support at any one of these hourly bearish candles as well. You can absolutely do that. So moving forward on ADA, I'm not going to be doing anything with it as I'm already got a small position in it way lower. So I'm just hodling these things. I don't really like to trade them, especially versus the USD pair, especially against the US dollar, because the whole point is for my dollars to get more dollars by holding these long against the dollar. Now I will look to trade it against Kraken, and you can see it's my number one pair I like to trade against. There's not much liquidity in it, but right now my account is so small because it was just basically a test account, a learner account, because I'm not familiar with the Kraken platform. I didn't want to lose a lot of money, so while I'm practicing with the platform. But you can see even against the Bitcoin, big, strong daily push. And I don't exactly remember what that weekly or that yellow line. Oh, it's this old high right there. That's all it is. It's definitely not the all-time high, but it's that last high that was put in since it's ICO basic free fall in price. See, I don't even know if that's a legitimate price action. So that's the main high that I got my eye on. It's a weekly area. So I'm wanting to see today or this weekly candle close above this level right here. Because if you get that indicates strength. I will be watching to see what happens if price approaches that level. But the real level that I will be watching first for an intraday trade is going to be 1858, which is just the opening price of this bearish candle on a 4-hour time frame. If I get a push down into that, I will be looking to see if that holds a support for a long entry, looking to take out that high. Trending markets are the best. It's best to trade against the versus the trend, not against the trend, but versus the trend, because that's the reason markets trend. It's easier for price to be pushed in the same direction than it is to completely reverse the market and take out the low areas. But with crypto, what I'm noticing a lot is you get these wacky, crazy wicks, man, that can just poof, come down and stop you out. Look at .xbt. Look at this thing. That is disgusting. Yes, that did stop me out. It did stop me out. I got long on this last week or two. I can't exactly remember what day it was, but I got long on this push down into this bullish candle. Once we started trading away, I got long and it was looking great until this nastiness right here took me out. So I'm learning. It's a bit difficult to day trade these things, but I promise you, if anybody can do it, it's going to be me. I will get it. I absolutely will. The accounts and profits, I mean, it's not like it's losing money right now. It's in the green. It's got more money in it than I put in it. So doing all right. So on .xbt, I'm going to be watching for that area to be tested. That's a daily. So that level is 61275 Satoshis. All right. That was a nasty, big, huge bullish candle. So there's a pretty good chance that it may not come back down there for a few weeks. If it does, I'm going to see what happens to price when it gets down there. So that's DOT versus XBT. Let's go get DOT versus the US dollar. And, oh, there it is. Oh, I did that very beginning of the stream. These are the areas that we're watching. 31 spot 976, 31 spot 976. There's nothing, you can't buy it up here. I mean, my strategy is consistent. All right. So if you watch any of my videos, you pretty much know what I look for and how I trade. I am going to put some strategy videos out there though, because there are a few other things that I look at. I am a technical analyst, so I will look at some indicators, but I do not take trades based upon indicators. I let indicators kind of basically help get a bias, but that's it, because indicators lag price. The only thing you need to be successful in this business are candlesticks and how they close. That is it. People are disappointed with Link because YouTubers have been calling for 1K USD. Link was $2 at one point. Link is doing great. Yeah. Oh my God. $2. And then people, no. Don't listen to YouTubers. Some of them are good. Some of them are not. Some of them are terrible. That's the whole reason I put the channel out. The real reason for putting the channel out was because C.T.M is a very fast growing community. And I was getting a ton of questions. The same question over and over and over again. It was getting very redundant. So me and Jordan I said to Jordan, look, I'm thinking about putting up a YouTube channel. That way I can direct the C.T.M members, because a lot of people are always constantly asking me how I scalp, because I'm always posting winning trades in the chat room. So of course they want to learn. So that way they can learn. And so far it's been doing good. And I really appreciate all of you guys that come out every time. I love it so much. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. The awesomest group of people is the group surrounding this YouTube channel, Brandon's YouTube channel, and the C.T.M community, which is the majority of the subscribers on this channel. Thanks. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you want to throw in some things for me to look at, now's the time to do it. We're getting a little long in the tooth. I'm going to look at Dash for you real quick. We'll look at the USD pair first. This thing is bullish. I've never traded it, so let's go look at it. All right, so that's a monthly. That's a nice monthly candle. You got two big, strong weekly candles. Beautiful. It's absolutely bullish. Oh, let me go back there because I seen something right before I left. All right, so for newbies in this chat room right now that are wondering how I go about finding these levels, right here. All right, so you in a downtrend, you got a push lower, and then you got this bullish candle. Now it's a weekly candle, so that area is going to be vitally important. And dun, 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 you're pushing up into that level right now. So you definitely need this weekly closure to close above 314 spot 300. That would indicate that bulls are in control. Now, bulls are obviously in control because you have two firm bullish weekly candles. So I won't even be disappointed if it doesn't close above there. All right, but that is going to be an area to watch. Nonetheless, whether it closes above there today or tomorrow or the next day, it will be an area to watch. So if it is unable to close above that and it starts to push lower, watch for 259 spot 257, 259 spot 257. This bullish or bearish candle's opening price right there. All right. If you fail there, you're heading lower. This market structure swing low would be a good spot to look for support, test, and hold. At that point, you don't want to lose that. All right, because then you lose the whole bullish looking pattern. But it's still bullish as long as you're closing candles above 200, in my opinion. As long as you're closing daily candles above that wick, you're still bullish. Ultimately, in the long scheme, this is definitely a downtrend, or was a downtrend. You can say that it has a rounded bottom and is pushed higher. So yeah, this could be consolidation. This could be something to keep your eye on. This could be just the first initial push for Dash. All right. So any pushes lower, I mean, I could push all the way back down here to this daily swing high. As long as you're closing dailies above that level, that's a beautiful trade. In my opinion, I would buy there, not to trade, just to hold. I would buy that right there at 159, 546. But I don't know if you're going to get down there. This has got a lot of bullish pressure coming off of those lows or out of those lows. Bitcoin moving up is obviously helping it, but definitely watch 259 spot 257 first. All right, it's going to be your first area. BNB, yeah. All right, BNB, yes sir. Got you. Binance coin. I'm not exactly sure. Let's go look at it on Binance. Perpetual futures contract. That thing is just so bullish. Oh my God, it's disgusting. I'm not in this. I don't have any money in Binance because Binance, yeah, I trade legally. I try to keep it as legal as possible because you don't want to be caught trading on a VPN if you're an American, dude. They will freeze your funds. And if they think they could take it so far. You just don't even want anything to do with that. But this thing is absolutely monstrous. That's disgusting. That one daily candle is, sorry, I hit the mic. Let's see. That's a 97% move on yesterday's candle alone. 97% move. It's a monstrosity of a chart. It is extremely bullish. All right, let's go see if there's any levels. There's nothing on a 4-hour that's close to relevant price. Nothing on an 8-hour. Your hourly candles have already, or they haven't been smoked yet. So look what happens right here. You are in a support zone. All right, if this hourly closes back above 251 spot 999, that might have found support. I don't like 1 hour tests. I like multiple hour tests to confirm support. All right, but if you close below it, chances are you're heading lower, at least down here to 216 spot 7. Let me put a line on there. It's not the exact bearish candle, but it was going to be around 216 spot 720 on a smaller time frame. All right, so these are going to be your first areas to watch for the near term price. It's having a pretty decent pullback. This was a decent push higher. So as long as you're finding support around the $200 area, man, you're still bullish. If you start closing candles below that, then this whole move is being retraced, and that is never good. Never good. But I don't know. It looks good. I mean, I like it where it's at right now, actually. So watch this first area at 251 spot 999. Oh, and I would watch it on a 4-hour, even though that line is on a green candle, don't worry about it because you got it on an hourly, so don't sweat it. But I would watch it on a 4-hour candle. As long as you're closing candles, 4-hour candles above that level, might be a good spot to get long. That thing, that's definitely not a blow off top. So this could just be consolidation. Absolutely. Smile, appreciate you and your time, brother. Have a great weekend, everyone. You too, Smile. We will talk to you later. Thank you. All right, guys. Janet Swift, thank you very much. Thank you for all you do. Check out Ren USD if possible. Yeah, I'm getting ready to shut it down, but I will go look. Absolutely. Looks good. Ren's been one of those that were extremely strong too. Had a big, huge push. The daily candle is red like other ones, but that's okay. It's okay. This is just a test. Right now, it's testing the midpoint, basically. All right. It's probably not the exact midpoint, but we could throw the fib on it. It is the exact midpoint. It is testing the exact midpoint of this price right now. If you cannot get a 4-hour candle closure below that area, there's a pretty good chance this thing's going higher. That was an extremely bullish daily candle yesterday. So you are at an area right now that could be support on Ren USD. If you are looking, and that's even more pretty on a 4-hour chart. It looks like price is trying to get below the midpoint because the closures of those 4-hour bearish candle wasn't so far away from the level. You did push away, but you are currently testing it again. So if you get a break below that area, you could go find another area on an hourly chart just below it. Like, I'm getting lagged up bad. Just below it at 1.32. All right. And then the next one I like is this one down here at 1.17. All right. Those are the two areas that if this area fails, if this area does not fail, this is an area to look for a buying opportunity targeting that wick high up there. Thank you very much, Janet Swift. I appreciate all of you. Yo, Heath, what's up, Vern? Thank you, Heath. God bless you. How come I can't drop a super chat? It's because super chats is not available right now, Vern. Maybe next week. I don't know. I haven't really thought it through too much, but we will see. XLM or Algo for Vern. Absolutely. I'll do XLM first. Let's go against the dollar. I did believe I didn't look at it. Oh, yes, I did. It's right here. So I did look at it earlier. That's okay. I'll do it real quick before I bounce. It looks good. These are the levels that we're watching for now. All right. The first one's 0.485408. And then down here, we got this level on a 4-hour, I believe, at 0.432186. All right. You're still super bullish. It looks like it kind of did a rounding bottom down here. It did make a market structure swing low. So as long as you're closing dailies above that, you're currently testing this daily bearish candle right now. So this may find support right there. All right. If you're looking for a short-term gain, look for that to possibly be an area to look for this thing to push higher and take out that high. If you get a closure below this market structure level, then look for the lower areas to come involved. All right, guys, I'm going to call it right there. You guys have a great night. Tomorrow, I will be doing the FX Weekly Outlook. And also in tomorrow's video, I will be discussing a few trades that I did not make a video on for this week, talking about what I looked at and how I did them. And hope you guys can make it. So yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and all that jazz, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Peace. Oh, make sure you trade safe, trade smart, and happy trading. All right, guys, we'll catch you in the chat or on tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's stream will be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right at the market open. I'll talk to you later, guys.